She walked in, all eyes on her. I caught a glance, she looked away. Yeah, that's how tonight started. I knew something was about to happen.
She said you keep staring, I said you keep noticing. She laughed, said I'm not impressed, I smile, good pressure ruins the fun. She said you talk slick for someone bold, I said you dance close for someone cold. She rolled her eyes like she didn't care, but her body told me she stayed there. She said I don't do games, I said neither do I, just testing moves. She said you think you can keep up, I said watch me, I never lose. She said why you talking like you know the ending? I said cause the bass got us already trending. She said I'm just dancing, nothing more. I said then why you pulling me closer to the floor? She said don't play dumb, you know what you're doing. I said same to you, don't act clueless. She said maybe I like how this feels. I said maybe tonight we stop being subtle. She said you got that look like trouble rap neat. I said confidence loud but I don't repeat. She said I came for fun, not promises. I said still you standing like you part of the list. She said I ignore guys, it's kinda my thing. I said you don't force it, you let me breathe. She said you step back just to pull me in. I said that's the type of game that usually wins. She said I've never met someone like you. I said you just haven't been paying attention. She laughed, said maybe I'm pretending. I said maybe you're just smart enough to know better. She said so what happens next? I said depends on if you keep moving. She smiled, leaned close, whispered low, I'm not making it easy for you, you know. I said good, I don't do easy. She said, you sure about that? I said positive, tonight's mine. Good, I don't do easy. She said, you sure about that? I said positive, tonight's mine. Music slowed, lights went dim, she whispered want to leave. I said follow me, outside air hit city streets. Quiet hum, she laughed, your trouble you know that. I said only the fun kind. We move fast, no words, just pace, laughter spilled, hearts caught in chase. She said, I like this, don't ruin it. I said I'm not here to ruin, just enjoy it. She said don't play dumb, we both feel it. I said no excuses, no overthinking. She said one song more, then maybe we move. I said I'll follow your lead or you follow groove. She said if we leave discreet. I said no stories, just a fun memory. She smiled, I knew the night was ours, and that's exactly how it went. Bass fades, her laugh lingers. Some nights don't fade, they replay in your head.